What's up guys, before we get going with the video, please subscribe to the channel. I really want to try to get a community tab so I can post pictures of the collection and kind of keep you updated instead of just doing one collection video every year. I just discovered that you need subscribers to do that, which, anyways, let's do that. That'd be so sick. So yeah, let's do that and then let's watch the video.
What's up Star Wars fans and action figure collectors, Darth Collector here, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you my Star Wars book collection. So normally we do action figure videos on the channel, but I'm also a serious Star Wars geek, so I'm going to show off all the Star Wars books I have, and at the very end of the video, I'm going to tell you the top 3 places if you're kind of new to the expanded universe but want to kind of start reading the books and getting more into the nitty-gritty Star Wars lore that's less common for the casual fan. I'm going to show you the best places where you can do that. Also, check out this display I just set up. I really like it. Moving on to the actual books, we're going to start over here on the far right. I have Star Wars The Clone Wars movie, Star Wars The Force Awakens, I have Rogue One, Solo, Last Jedi, even though I didn't like the movie. Boring! Onto the actual books. 2 of the best canon books, I think, are 2 of the ones in the Thrawn trilogy. I don't own the 3rd. This is the canon Thrawn trilogy. There's one in Legends and one in canon. So these are the two of them in canon. These are really good for canon book. There's the Force Awakens junior novelization. I don't have the big one. Last Jedi series. This has nothing to do with the Last Jedi movie. They're about a character called Ferris Olin, and he's an Order 66 survivor basically, and he's trying to rebuild the Jedi Order. So it's really cool. There's some cool Jedi in there. Here's the Boba Fett series. I loved this one growing up. This is a really good series. Right here is the novelization of the original trilogy, so basically just the original trilogy in book form. Here is the Essential Star Wars Guide. So I really like this, and I love flipping through it and just seeing some of the obscure things it has in there. It's all 6 the originals and the prequels in this DVD set. Now this also contains the original runs of the original trilogy, so this is like the ones that premiered in the theater in 77, but this is super cool. And then here's 4 more canon books. These ones I really like. Ahsoka novel is wonderful also, really like that one. Then these 3 are really awesome character encyclopedias. I read these more when I was a kid. They're more of like a junior reading level, so I wouldn't recommend it if you're an adult trying to just get in. But this book right here is what started my Star Wars fandom basically. I'd watched the movies and then I had this book, got it when I was like 5, and it's a little beat up. I mean, you can look at the binding on the outside doesn't look that bad, but once you get in, like, look at that, it's all destroyed, and all the pages are like kind of ripped and stuff. But this book, man, this is what started it all for me. So I love this book. It's one of my favorite pieces in the entire collection just because of everything it started. And this book started all this, everything, all the figures, everything. I had a couple figures before I got it, but it's just really got me into the expanded universe and everything. So, love this book, man. Here's a pop-up guide to the galaxy. Here's the new Essential Guide to Droids. I really like this one. Super cool to just kind of read, like when you're trying to wind down. Really nice. Now this next one, pertains a lot more to our channel, is the Star Wars action figure collecting guide. So if you don't have this book, I highly recommend it. It's super cool. And in this one, this one basically just goes through and it has every action figure, every Star Wars action figure, including most variations. It doesn't have all the variations. And next to that, I have the Star Wars Force Awakens Visual Dictionary. So moving on to the meat, I would say, of the novels. Here's all my Legends novels, basically. I don't think any of these are canon anymore, but this was the original Star Wars expanded universe. So Okay, so now the moment you might have been waiting for. You're new to Legends, right? So you haven't really read much of these. Where do you start? You want to get into it and learn more about Star Wars. So, probably the top, well, it depends on what you're interested in. So, category 1, if you're interested in the Clone Wars, Republic Commando series is definitely for you. This series is basically shines a whole new light on how you view clones and how clones, viewed the Republic and viewed the war. So if you're a Clone Wars fan, absolutely for you. If you liked Rex's arc in the Clone Wars where he's kind of learning independence and stuff, this arc is phenomenal. Highly recommend this one to start off if you like the Clone Wars. If you're a Sith fan, I think everyone knew I was going to go here. If you love the Sith and you want to see the inner workings of the Republic and politics and how the Sith took over and how Anakin was created, and basically if you want a background on the Rule of Two and all that really cool stuff, this is a great entryway into Star Wars Legends. And this was the first Legends book I read, so this was how I got into Star Wars Legends. Next category. If you want to see what happened after Return of the Jedi, this one you have several options. So I would recommend starting with the Thrawn trilogy. These are really good reads and they really shed some light on the character, and these actually are what really got people interested into Star Wars during a kind of downtime between Return of the Jedi and The Phantom Menace. Once you read these, NJO is so phenomenal. You can kind of jump around. I read these in between. These are great. And these actually do provide a lot of backstory for NJO, but they're not essential. So these are awesome. Now, if you're just looking for a good read, some of the good reads in here, Shatterpoint is a good read. Maul Lockdown's a good read. Outbound Flight's a good read, and it'll give you some background on the Thrawn trilogy. Kenobi's a good read. Force Unleashed is so good. These are such a good read. Shadow of the Empire, phenomenal. Love that one, is a good read. And yeah, those are basically concludes my Star Wars book collection. So if you want to read these, I highly recommend you do it. If you want to get into Star Wars Legends, this is the way to do it. But anyways, that'll be all for my Star Wars books and media collection for 2020. And I hope this grows a little bit. I want to try to get all the new essential guides because they're super cool. And they basically have the entire expanded universe in them. But yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching if you made it all the way to the end. I know most people don't, so really appreciate it if you did. Please be sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment. Your comments are awesome, and I love reading them to keep me motivated. And may the Force be with you. Have a good day.